Yo, guys, what is going on? Say it with some emphasis with me. What is going on? What's up? What's up, guys? How are you guys doing today? I hope you guys are well. I just hope you guys are so well. Anyways, today is going to be a video focusing on Team of the Season cards. Now, these guys are going to go out of packs in just a short amount of time. Yes, guys, you heard that right. They're going to be out of packs very soon. So keep that in mind, and they're going out of packs on Friday. Now, I kind of want to just scope over these cards and talk about certain things within the cards that I like and don't like. I think I made a video for you guys earlier in the week, but I said I would give you guys an update a little bit on like what I was really feeling with these cards and where I feel like the real money is going to be, etc., where these guys are going to really be valuable. Everybody you see in this team right now is certainly valuable for a certain reason, and I'm going to kind of try to talk to you guys today a little bit about how I feel about all of these cards, things that I like about them, things that I don't like about them, and kind of give you guys just kind of like some definitive knowledge on like where some of these guys are at, who you're going to see do better than others, and so on and so on. So obviously, guys, if you do enjoy the video today and it does help you a bit or whatever it is, right, drop a thumbs up, right? If you could drop a thumbs up, man, that means the world. I think I'm missing one player in here, but I'm not positive. I think we're all right. I think most of the players that I want to talk about are all in this team. I think Oscar might be the one that's not in this team, which it is Oscar. So, guys, we have a group of players, and I talked about these the other day, right? But now, obviously, prices have settled, and we're kind of at the point where they do look investable. Or if you just wanted to pick one up for your team, some of them do look pretty good to pick up. So this is the most consistent team of the season. Here's what I'm going to tell you guys about these team of the seasons. Now, last year, EA didn't really re-release too many of these cards into team of the seasons. In the past, a lot of the players that get into most consistent are automatically into the team of the season. So, for example, right, EPL is going to be on Friday. A lot of the time in the past, a player like Stones would just automatically get into EPL team of the season. You would say that, okay, he's in most consistent. That means he's in EPL team of the season. That doesn't seem to be the case anymore. It seems like EA is not doing that anymore. So that does make a lot of these cards investable because they're usable in teams and they're usable in things like that. So what I'm going to do is run down with you guys today some of the players of this team that I really do think are going to go up a lot out of packs because of certain reasons. And I think in the long run, it could either help you if, one, you're trying to invest, two, you're trying to use one of these players for a few weeks before, before they go down, or, and you don't want them to go up too fast. Or three, again, obviously like the investment part, just make a little bit of money, right? That's at the end of the day what some people want to do. And then we get the comments like, imagine trading in May, all right? You know what? All right? It's better than me opening damn bronze packs, okay? So that's what it is, all right? Let's not spend the damn money, all right? And try to make some damn money without spending the damn money, all right? Very simple. Anyways, guys, so let's start off with the players that I like the most. And let's talk about why I like them the most. Now, I think for me, I'm going to mention a few players, and then we're going to talk about them individually. The first one is going to be Haller. The second one is going to be Ndombele. The third one is going to be Felipe. The fourth is Resilient. Stones is another one. Alderweireld is another one. Oscar and Moutinho are other ones. And Emre Can is another one. That's like a group of like probably 7 to 10 players that I just pointed out in no order. So, let's talk about the first one. And then we'll glance over where some others are in terms of like, are they in my peak of where I like them or, things like that. So this guy is right now 72K, right? That's very affordable. Now, obviously, if you guys watch my videos or you watch other people who talk about FIFA, you guys know better to look into a card and you look at the end games and you look at the weak foot and the skill moves and you guys start to understand what makes a good card. But I'll tell you this, man. When I first started playing FIFA Ultimate Team, I never really looked too much into the card. I kind of just looked at the face stats. And if you look at the face stats, he's got a nice little image, right? He's in the Bundesliga and he's a striker that's affordable. This guy is a guy that I think some people are going to go for. He's 70,000 coins. So I think with reward supply tomorrow, if you guys are watching this on a Wednesday or a Thursday, I think this guy will probably be right. He'll probably be anywhere from 60 to 65K. I think for you guys to pick up 1 and 5, maybe. Don't pick up more than like 10 in my opinion. But just to get a few of this guy, it doesn't hurt to try out. He's not going to get a resupply on Friday. All of the Prem attackers are very expensive. I'm going to warn you guys. And what I will tell you is that on the second day of Team of the Season, people are paying 120K for this guy. So there's a decent shot that you could get a flip up to 85 to 90K is what I'm thinking. I'm not positive about that, but that's what I'm thinking. I think that there's a chance that that guy goes up. I like that he's French, right? And I also like that he's Bundesliga. He's a cheap option in the Bundesliga. And I think a big thing to consider, guys, is that the Bundesliga is so popular, man, this year. Like, you guys just got to know that, man. It's one of the most popular leagues in FIFA. It really is, guys. Like, it's very simple. It's So popular, man, and everyone seems to love the Bundesliga this year. So just keep that in mind, dudes. Very, very popular league. Let's talk about other things, right? Moving on. Now, I don't know if I fully mentioned Carrasco, but I think Carrasco is not a bad shout just because of how good his card is. He's like 65K, 60K. Carrasco, to me, will get down to about 55, somewhere around there. And, like, what he reminds me of is a guy that, you know, you just kind of want to play with a team of the season. You don't have a lot of coins, and you want to play with a team of the season that looks good. This is the guy for me. And I know he's in the Chinese Super League, and I know a lot of you guys are going to be skeptical and be like, Nick, that guy's not really that usable. He's kind of in an off league. He doesn't really offer that much. I kind of disagree. I think he does offer a decent amount. And I think there's a certain uniqueness to what his card has statistically. He is a 4-star player with 90 finishing, 83 stamina. And I think if this guy just gets down to 50K, you just got to look at it and be like, guys, that's too cheap, man. I mean, you're talking like 89s in this game right now, I think are like 40K. So if this guy is 10K more than the discard 89, that's just ridiculous. So that's kind of why I do like him. I think that's, again, an example of a guy that maybe goes to 80K out of packs, something like that. Ndombele's interesting, and I know this guy's a little bit more expensive, and it might be out of the price range of some of you guys. So to the guys that it's not in the price range of, maybe just try to get one or two. He's about 300. He got down about 270. That's where I picked him up at Squad Battles. Already sold him at 300. I think you guys look at 280, 285, 290, 270, somewhere around there, just sub 300. The reason I like this guy so much, and I wanted to get this just kind of on a video for you, Mbappe's Player of the Year is most likely coming out Sunday. I'll have an upload for you guys, a final upload about that a few days out so we can talk about what we're expecting for that. That's most likely coming out on Sunday. So that is going to bring an opportunity where a lot of people are going to complete that SBC regardless of the cost. I'm just telling you right now, that is a very, very, very popular player. So what it means is that people are going to do it, and people are going to look for players to play by it. You've got Orar, you've got Ndombele, you've got probably that flashback Rabiot, you've got the Moonier what is it called? Foot birthday? Footies? Foot card? Foot. It's called the Foot Moonier. This guy is like a really good looking card. And I know this is always a big thing that I always talk about is like, what do people pay for the card on the second day? That's always what I look at kind of for an out of packs price. So on the second day of Team of the Season, this guy was 400K. That's what I look at. I'm like, okay, what was he at that date? And that's why I feel like that could be a real price for this guy to go up to out of packs, right? You've got really expensive center mids coming in the Premier League. Not really anybody that's going to be too affordable. Fernandinho, maybe. You know, but this is going to be a guy that literally strong links to Mbappe. And brought up to me in the stream, perfect links to Mendy FFS. That's a big deal. That's a very popular card in foot. Also wink links to Resilient. Then we've got Felipe, and Felipe to me is another guy that it reminds me, and I was talking about this earlier, is a guy that I used to invest in old FIFAs. The thing that I like about this card the most is I used to buy it from 40 and sell it at like 55. This guy this year is 57. I think if you get him at 50, 48, 49, nothing's wrong there. He perfect links to Alex Telles. I think a lot of people are using that card. And I think even for Brazil squads, guys, if you look at Brazil center backs, this is one of the best Brazil center backs in the game. I looked into it today. You've got flashback David Luiz. You've got foot miss Thiago Silva, headliner Marquinhos. Like, this is one of the best Brazilian center backs, and he's like 55K. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of why I like him. I think this is one of the investments of this video for you guys. That's like for my group of people that want a safer card to buy. I really do. I think that this is probably a safer card. You're not. Here's what happens, right? The investment goes wrong. You buy 15 at 55K. What goes wrong? He goes to 60K and you break even, or he goes down to what? 50 and you lose 50K, right? Is what it is, man. I'll make you guys back that in a minute. This guy's interesting to me. I will be careful with him because he's going to potentially... I don't know if he's going to get re-released in Eredivisie. You're going to have to see if he does or not. If he doesn't, you guys got to go buy this card because it's going to go up a lot. Bisaka is at 160. I think maybe he could go to 190, but I'm not thinking the rise is that much more than that. Really quickly over here, I think Telles is going to jump about 50K. I'm just going to tell you guys that right now. Telles is in everybody's team. Everybody's going to use him. I think he's going to go up. Sissoko, I don't really love because I think this guy has more supply than an 83 rated. I really do. I think this guy is way oversupplied. I think there's too many of them on the game. I just don't like it. Something about it is off to me. I think that you've got better options, guys. I really am not a crazy fan of this card. I think there's definitely some better moves you guys can make than Musa Sissoko. I think you definitely have some options that I would consider over this. Tagliafico I like. Here's the problem with Tagliafico that I'm just a little nervous about. I'm thinking potentially on Friday is Eredivisie Team of the Season. That would, in my opinion, have this card re-released. I would say there's no way that Tagliafico does not get re-released because of the season he's had. He would make it into the primary Team of the Season for the Eredivisie. That's kind of how I feel about it, guys. So that is something that likely would happen. Just got to keep in mind that that could be going on. And that, obviously, guys, if a card gets resupplied, the supply is going to be crazy. We all know that. So keep that in mind, guys, right? Ter Stegen, I think, is going to jump like 30K. I want to talk about the starting 11, guys. I want to talk about some of these players in here. Now, Sule, I think, is going to jump like 20 to 30K. I don't think this card, so for me, right, the in-games aren't great. I know he looks decent, and it's a pretty looking card. This guy, to me, is not a greater than 170K card. I just can't see it, guys. There's no way. I just can't see this card being worth more than 170K on FIFA. I just don't think that's a possibility. So I'm going to say no to that. Even though I think you guys could still make 20 to 30K on that, and you could just pick up a few, it's not the ones that I would go crazy on. John Stones is interesting. I don't think John Stones is going to get re-released, and I like this for that reason. I think that people are going to go use him. I do, guys. I think that this card is going to get used in a lot of teams. I think that when Premier League Team of the Season comes out, this is something that we had talked about previously, guys. Not a lot of good center backs in the Premier League. You've got Virgil van Dijk. You've got Laporte. You don't have too many others that are going to get released as really good Team of the Season cards. And the thing is, right, when you don't have a lot of something in a certain position, it's going to cause for the opportunity for other players to go up around that position. So in an example where Laporte for me is 300K, Van Dijk is $1 million. Something like that. Let's just put those prices out there. You've got cheaper options that Stones and Alderweireld are potentially going to rise. I'm in the same boat with Alderweireld, but the thing or reason why I like Stones, and I like him probably at 130 on PS, and you guys can adjust that for Xbox, you've got half the price of Alderweireld and potentially a third of the price of the cheapest center back on Friday. He's going to get into teams. For people that are on budgets that need players for their teams, he's going to get into teams, guys. Now, obviously, he's also got the strong link to Laporte. That's big. That's big. You know, Ederson as well. He's probably going to get a TOTS. You can have players that this guy's linking into a round. So, like that a lot. One of my favorites in this team is Resilient. And if you look at all the in-game stats and what he offers, it is a really good card. I think that this guy, I was looking into it today. If you guys can go do the, you guys can do the liberty of looking into it yourself. Justice, Liberty? I don't even know. I'm giving you guys some kind of seminar. If you look at Bundesliga left backs, there's none, man. There's literally none. Like nobody's using any of these cards at this stage of FIFA. So if anybody, and you guys gotta understand, people have a lot of Bundesliga teams this year. If anybody has the desire to build a Bundesliga-based team, what are you gonna do? You know, you can't use that. Nobody's using Alaba with Team of the Season cards. And then so you've got that going for it. And then you've also got, if you look up France, you've got not really many players in the, you know, you've got Mendy who people have untradeable, and you've got one tradable player that I think people would go for, which is Ferland Mendy. That's it. You know, that's all you have at that position. So I think it's a really good option, and I think that he's also really cheap, man. You know, he's like, what, 100 and... Let's see the bid. 100. I mean, he's 140, so he's up a little bit today. That's for sure. He's 147. I wonder, why is he up so much right now? 147. I mean, yeah, but you guys understand exactly, right? Like, it's a popular card. People are going to use it, in my opinion. So, like that a lot. Then we move on to the midfield. Now, I wanted to talk about this debate really quickly. Guys, Allen and Emre Can both have fantastic cards. I think they're both going to rise up out of packs. What I wanted to come here today and discuss with you guys, Emre Can for me goes higher. I think he goes higher because he's got the Ronaldo link, which makes him super, super valuable. I think people are going to go for him because of that. The card is really good. If you look at this card, guys, high work rate, 6 feet tall, 6 foot tall, 6 feet tall, 4-star weak foot. Amazing card stats, right? Like, this is a really good card. So, stamina's high, Ronaldo link. Ronaldo link is huge. You've also got a link to, both of these guys linked to Douglas Costa's foot swap last month, which I do think some people completed. So you can't go wrong in that department of things. The reason why I would like Can a little bit more is he's 100K cheaper, so tax is less. And I just think that he gets into more German teams and he gets into more Serie A teams. I just think more people are rocking Juve players than Koulibaly and Mertens this year. I think those are kind of players that, I do think people use Koulibaly, but I think Mertens was a player of the past FIFAs. I don't think as many people are using him. And then we move into the midfield for you guys for some cheaper options. I think Moutinho at 80K and Oscar at like 50K. You just can't go wrong with either of those prices. You just can't go wrong, in my opinion. There's no way you go wrong with either of those card prices. They're so cheap and so easy. You know, Moutinho's going to go up naturally because you've got a lot of Prem center mids and you've got a lot of people building Prem sides. So naturally, you're going to see a rise in that card because he's going to get into teams because he's a cheaper option. Right, in the Premier League, you're going to have so many high and expensive players that cheaper option is going to be so limited, guys. There's not going to be a lot of that potentially cheap option. So he's going to be, for me, that guy that some people really will go for. And it's 4-star weak foot. It's a good card. It's not a bad card. Thiago's going to jump about 20 to 30K in my opinion. This is all when they go out of packs on Friday. And then Ibrahimovic, guys. I don't know about Ibra. The thing with Ibra, and I do think that everybody's still going to use this card for a while because it is really overpowered. I was looking into it, right? We're going to have about 5 Premier League strikers come into packs on Friday. That's a lot of players, guys. So when you've got that many people coming in to packs on Friday, I look at that and I think, wow, there's going to be a lot of people selling strikers in foot to go get the new strikers. So I don't know if you're going to see that jump on Ibra that you're expecting. Friday night, he may go up like 100 to 200K, but long term, does he stay that high up? I don't know. I think somebody that reminds me a little bit of Ibrahimovic, that, and I'm not saying he's not going to go up. He may go up. Just scares me a bit, is Flip Birthday Bale. I remember Flip Birthday Bale was so high that first weekend, just like max price the whole time, and then he really just started to drop. He went from like 2.4, and now he's 1.2. He's literally gone down. If you had bought in the Flip Birthday promotion, which was like a month and a half ago, if you had bought Bale at that price that he was when he was in packs, you'd be now losing. You would be losing at this point in time, I believe, like, basically, you'd be losing a half of what you bought the card for, which is just, like, mental. If you truly think about how many coins you'd be losing, it would just be out of this world. So, yeah, guys, I mean, I think you've got your options to go for this week. You've got cheaper, you've got safer stuff, you've got a little bit of high-risk stuff. I'd say you guys should just choose what you guys feel is right for you. A lot of people ask me, do I think rewards is going to work tomorrow? I do. I think there's going to be some panic again on Friday. Thanks for watching the video today, guys. I wanted to just get a video out for you talking about these players, talking about my favorites, talking about who I felt like was going to be good. Yeah, for me, I'm going Moutinho, Oscar, Chan, Russillian, Stones, Outerwild, Felipe, Ndombele, Carrasco, and Haller. Those are probably the guys that I like the most. I think Tellez is close. I think you've got a lot of players that are pretty close into that group, but those are the players that I directly think are going to go up the most out of packs. Guys, thank you so much for watching the video today. Appreciate it. Thanks. Guys, thanks for watching. See you guys in the video soon. Peace.